Sorry, you just heard like a massive sigh from me as the start of the stream. Oh, let's get this nice. I'm so hoping this is not in portrait. If it is, I think I'm just not gonna do because, ugh, that is so hassle. That is so hassle. This is my language. Oh, finally, it works. I think. Hello, everybody. If you're still around, I'm sorry if you've left. That's so annoying. My phone is just awful. I had to restart it. Ah, can you hear the music and my voice and stuff? Is that all okay? Or should I turn the music down a bit? Let me know if you're here. I think I'm alone now. Do. Yeah, sorry everyone. This one's working now, so please stick around. So silly. Sorry about this edge here, that's bothering me, but okay. Hello, one person watching. Sorry about the technical hiccups. No one's gonna watch me now. That's fail. Okay. These are my colouring pages that I've done so far. This is the first page and the second page. Can you just let me know, guys, if the music's too loud or if I'm loud enough? I might turn it down a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. Let me turn it down a little bit. Hello, Fiona. Music is fine. Okay, I turned it down slightly, but I'm sure it's okay. I did this page yesterday and I was quite happy with it as well. And I've done a couple pages here that I want to colour or try to colour. So what I've done is I've scanned them. So I've just printed off scans of these two final pages so I can do some colour tests. The wind just blew my papers and I had a little meltdown in my brain. Yeah, so I'm going to colour this one in. We'll do tests anyway. So I've got my Pro markers and Copics because I'm doing this all with alcohol-based markers, and I'm going to be doing some pencils and stuff over the top. Yeah, let's go. I need my old colour pages as reference because I'm a dummy who forgets what colours she's used. Okay, so these two lead to this page. So when I sort of follow that scheme a little bit. Rachel says, I have to go to bed, it's 2 a.m. Oh, sorry. Time zones, eh? You're a sucker. Oh, hi, Chris. How are you? You missed my my meltdown moment of trying to stream and it kept streaming in portrait mode like 3 times, and I think I've lost like 50 subscribers. Not really. But yeah, we're just gonna have a chill stream today, and I'm just gonna color in my pages. So this is a scan of a final page, and I'm just gonna do some color tests on this. Hi Stella, how are ya? How are y'all? Thanks for rejoining if you caught those fails before. I think my phone is just very old, so it was like, no, I like portrait mode. You cannot stream in any other mode. So annoying. I was like, okay, I'm done with live streams because I felt like, except for the one last week, something always goes wrong, and it's just like the fear is real as well. You just don't want to look like a fool, you know? So it doesn't really matter where I colour on this paper because it's just tests. This one's running out slightly, which worries me because I like this pen for this colour, I mean. I don't know. Oh, mint green. Mint green, everyone. That is not the same. Where has it gone? As you can see, this is really organised, just like my whole entire brain in live stream. That's not the one I wanted to pick up. GB, it's time. We love your live streams. Ooh, comic streams. Cool, thank you. Trying to read the comments. Let me move this piece of paper that was in the way. Oh, cozy streams. Yeah, I misread it. Wrong way around. Starts off with her driving with this landlord that she doesn't really know, and they go into the lighthouse, and this is her seeing it for the first time, like, inside. I'm too broke for that. I know. I am as well. These are been accumulated over the years, trust me. Not just bought a load in... haven't just bought a load in a day. Also, they're my boyfriends as well. We like share art supplies, which is kind of lucky because we're both artists. Let's see. I don't know what color I want to make the interior of the lighthouse, so I guess it's good that I'm doing this. And I've chosen the one that's running out. Good job. Good job, Steph. Purple maybe. The thing is, my comic is very, well, the colors are pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Pastel colors, which is a bit strange for a horror comic, but I was thinking it makes sense in that it will get darker as it goes, but also maybe that's quite jarring that it's pastels for horror. But then again, maybe I'm just overthinking that, like wishful thinking, I mean. People will find it jarring because I like this colour scheme. No, it's not really how things tend to work, is it? Is the music loud enough? Don't know what happened to my voice then. Horror with a twist. Yeah. And everything, like, horror doesn't have to be so in your face. Like, I really prefer horror stuff that's subtle. Because I think that just, like, it unnerves you more. It's more creepy. It sticks with you, like the visuals. So I'm hoping that this is a little bit creepy rather than just, you know, weird. Yes, yes, Dina, get a coffee and join us. Yeah, it finally worked. Oh! Oh gosh, that was scary. And it's pastels that fell down as well, like the worst thing that could have fallen. This stream is cursed, and it went all over my page, look. That was creepy. Okay, it's a bit windy, so I'm going to shut this door. Hope that's okay. Hope the light isn't too bad now. It's kind of the same, isn't it? Did everybody else get a shock? Because that made me jump out my skin. Talking about a horror comic and then pastels, of all things. Crumbly, crumbly pastels fall all over your work. I think that's the... Breathe, Steph. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing happened. And these comics fell as well. These comics are cool. By Studio Piao, which I go on about all the time because I love their stuff. They are probably, except for First Second, my favourite comic publishers. And this fell as well. Okay, thank you, House, for that. The haunted pastels, I know. I'm sorry, I'm not so bad at English. I'm just typing with sunscreen-filled hands. Autocorrect, new iPad. Okay. That's fine. Welcome to the live stream of fails here, so it's fine. Yeah, maybe this goes lighter as it gets further away. I think I've made a mistake here. I really like the way that pro markers layer as well, or alcohol markers in general. I just think they like doing stuff like that just looks cool for me. I don't know. I think so. Maybe you guys think differently, but that's fine. Everybody can have their different opinions. This week I was just, I think Monday to Tuesday, I was feeling just really terrified of this project. Like, I can't do it. You know, in my head I was just like, I can't do this. What have I done? This is such a big project, and like I felt totally overwhelmed. But then I think it was, no, Tuesday afternoon, I just did some pages and I felt really good about it again, and it was great. I did those colouring tests and things like that, and it just felt really good again. I think it was Tuesday. So this looks quite good, those colours. And I think purple for shadows is kind of cool. Fiona, you've never tried an alcohol marker? Ooh. Yeah, sort of missing out. I don't know. I only tried them in uni, and I remember we had this project called a sound sync project where, because I did animation in university, and this sound sync project you had to group up with 2 people, and you had to create like an animation to the music. So you had to do like little things like patterns and stuff flowing around, and then it had to like converge into the next person's bits. And I remember I'm gonna do like this ball that just gets bigger and different patterns and stuff, and I decided to do it in Copic markers. That is young Steph's brain. I was like, yes, this thing that needs 1,000 frames, I'm gonna colour it all in with Copics. And yeah, I think I bought about 3 different Copics of the same colour at the time, and especially being a student, I don't know what I was thinking. I just think like that was the first time I used them, is my point. So I was like, oh, I really like these, I'm gonna make this my animation. It's just so dumb. You're dumb, okay? I wish I could go back in time and just slap young me, because she was so dumb with money. So dumb. Especially at uni, you know, university, when you need all the money you can take for your chips at the end of a night. Will the comic be sold in bookstores or online? I'm thinking of doing a Kickstarter for it, because I've had some interest, but I obviously wouldn't make it that expensive or anything. I don't know. It'd just be nice to do a Kickstarter, I think. I hope, or just do pre-orders or something like that to like pay for the printing, and then I can just ship it out to people. If anybody wants it, cry. It's basically like, if I finish, well, I will finish it. When I finish it, it's just going to be such an achievement for me, because it's going to be the first kind of comic that I've done, a full comic, like a beginning and the end kind of project in a long time, which is such a shame, because I think that's what, if you want to be like a comics artist or something, or an artist, then you should be producing finished work constantly. Otherwise you just kind of lose the confidence. I don't know. When I had my full-time job, it was like I couldn't even draw, because I was a graphic designer, and I would just sit and do arty work. I don't know why I did that. It is arty work. Creative work all day. I meant I wouldn't be drawing. And I would just feel tired. Like I couldn't, it would exhaust me. I just wouldn't draw. Drawing was very rare for me, which is such a shame because it was, you know, it's such a passion and it's something I went to university for, and I would draw every day, if not like, you know, into the night at uni, and it's just such a shame that I let that go for so long. And obviously it can be like, oh yeah, because I got a full-time job, but that's kind of just excuses, you know what I mean? Like if I wanted to draw, I should have been drawing. So now I'm just like, you can do this, making myself. I don't know what's smudged there. That's weird. Maybe that's the pastels. How's everybody doing anyway? Is it morning, noon, or night for you? I'm interested. I think most of my audience must be in Europe right now because obviously it's kind of bedtime for everybody over in the Americas and Canada. Hey Kitty. It's nighttime for you. Whoosh. Hope it's not too late. Is it Friday night or Thursday night? Am I being really dumb? It's Thursday night, right? Unless you're... I mean, I'm assuming you're in America. Maybe you're not. Stella, it's morning for me. It's morning for me too, luckily. It's always hard to self-motivate. Oh, for sure. Since I went freelance, it's been... I think you kind of get in the knack of making yourself work, because before, when it's... because you're kind of relying on it, and it's you're trying to make a career, so... Friday night in Australia. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh my gosh, that exact current situation. I'm a graphic designer and barely have time or energy to draw and paint. It makes me miserable. Oh, that's so... Oh, I hope you feel better. That sounds horrible. Yeah, I've definitely been there, and I think like you have this pool. I've said this before in a video, but you have this pool of creative energy, and if you're at your job all day doing something creative, I feel like it goes. But maybe you can like build up stamina to just draw a little bit each day, because I heard if you draw like for 20 minutes a day for a month, it takes a month to make a habit. So if you force yourself, maybe not even 20, like 10 minutes a day, you create that habit yourself and you start wanting to draw, like it becomes just part of your routine. I've heard that anyway. It's obviously more difficult than it sounds. Oh, I love these brush markers, Winsor and Newton. They look like... I was about to say they look like pro markers. That's so dumb. Of course they look like pro markers. They're the same thing. They're just brush markers. Oh my gosh. So I'm thinking this colour for the stairs, but then maybe they're metal. I think they're metal. I think I should know, right? I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. So if you can make a habit of it, that might help. But also, it depends what you want to do. Like, I wouldn't be so hard on yourself. If you want to be a graphic designer, you don't need to be... I mean, it's helpful to draw every day, but you don't need to be so hard on yourself. If you're doing that at work, you are practicing, you are learning different things. So don't be so like, oh, I should do this with my life, because you're trying your best, and that's all you can do, really. Do I want grey stairs? I think that looks quite cool. And then I would need to make them all grey. It's quite nice watching, like seeing the live stream myself, so I can see the colour schemes, what they look like on the screen. So stupid. So I can see what they look like on the screen. I really like the effect of just random colours, like it doesn't make sense that they're there. Just mark making, as my art teachers would say. Mark making's the best. Ashley says, that's a great point. I do need to get into the habit of making myself draw when I'm not feeling motivated. But it's just easier to switch off and watch Love Island instead. Yes, it is, definitely. It's so hard. Maybe you could sketch or draw, because that's what I started doing, is like doodling in my sketchbook whilst I would watch stuff, because it would, it would be like something fun I was doing, but also I would be working, and just getting in the habit of enjoying it and not feeling like it's a chore as well helps. We put so much pressure on ourselves to be like, I have to have this amazing piece of work if I sit down and draw, but maybe you just want to put marks and paper and just explore and just enjoy it. Depending on the age, the stairs would be metal or wood. Maybe metal would be an oxidized steel, maybe why not brown copper? Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I think they would be like metal, because this is sort of taken from a reference image of a lighthouse, and they had similar stairs to this, and they had these holes in them, and it was like metal grating, so I think it makes sense that it's metal, but maybe we would as well, because maybe they've been patched up over the years. Also, I love Love Island, Ashley. I'm not up to date yet. I need to watch it from last night. Nice perspective on the stairs. Thank you. Hi, Chris. How's it going, Chris Zammit? Full name there on YouTube. Great. I think I like this style. I need to do some like pencils over the top, because that's what I'm going for here. Is a bit of a textured, weird vibe. Standard weird vibe. The Zeta. Hello, it's the French artist. Hello. I don't get that reference. I don't remember it. Did we have a joke like that last time? I can't remember. My memory is like really bad, so you'll explain it to me, I'm sure. Ashley, good idea. Thanks for the advice. You're welcome. Hope it helps you a little bit. Glad you're also a Love Island fan. Who's your favourite islander? I love Alex, and I don't. Okay, some let's tell everybody else that Love Island is this show in the UK where they put loads of single people together. It's like a reality show where they have to find love. It's like a bad Terrace House, like not bad, but it's like a more, I don't know, tacky Terrace House. Terrace House, everyone's really nice, but Love Island, everyone's a bit mean and cutthroat. But it's great. It's, trashy TV, and I love it. And there's this guy on it who is a doctor, and he's not bad looking, and he's so nice. Like, he's super nice to everyone, and he's quite funny, but nobody likes him, and I don't get it. It sounds scary. It's a little bit scary, but it's good scary. It's fun. It's just a reality show, It's just it's not gonna win any Pulitzer prizes. Do I mean Pulitzers? No, I don't. Never mind. But it's nice. It's funny. Yeah, Alex is my favorite. He's a doctor, and I don't understand. Like, in my universe, when I was younger, that would be like, whoa, you're a doctor. Like, that would be amazing, right? You'd think, but no, apparently not. And yeah, who else? The girls. I hate Megan. Obviously, I think most people do. I really like Laura, and I really, really like Georgie. Laura basically got kind of just a little update for everyone. Love Island update. This girl Laura was in a relationship with somebody for like a month within the house, and he was saying things like, oh, I want to marry you, and I think I'm falling for you and stuff. And then this girl Megan was just like, I like you, and he just ditched Laura in like 2 seconds. It was very mean. But then Laura just acted like such a lady, and she was like, I forgive not him, I forgive her, and just was nice to her and stuff. And I think like if that was me, I would just be painting the walls red. So kudos to her. I think it takes a very mature brain not to be like thrown out by that or upset by that. And then Georgie, same thing happened to her, and she's so cute and like so nice, such a loyal friend in the show. I'm gonna shut up about the show because I don't think, like, if you guys don't watch it, and even if you do watch it, I'm just repeating the same thing to you that you already know. So good job. Does anybody else watch Love Island, or is it just us? Just me and Ashley. I couldn't see what your name was in. Dina's back. She got her coffee. Chris says I'm definitely haunted. Haunted by you, Chris. I'm not being mean to a random person. That's my boyfriend. Just saying. Fiona, I don't even have a TV. Yeah, for a while I didn't have a TV. I remember when we first moved into this flat. I didn't have a TV, but I have a laptop and stuff, and it never bothered me. Dina in the house. That's right. Hey, Dina. Hey. How's your work going, Dina? Hoo-hoo. Pages are looking awesome. Thank you. Well, this is just, I've said this already, but maybe some people missed it before. This is like a scan of the final page, which is this one. And I'm just doing color tests on this so I don't have to, in case I ruin it, I don't have to redo all the pencils again, which is probably a plus. These are pages that I've already done. Obviously, I need to do the typography and stuff, which I am a bit scared to do. I need to sit down and just figure out what typography style I want, and I'm going to do it all myself. And this is one I did yesterday as well. And I really like, the thing is, I really like the way, like when we're zoomed away from them, they look a bit more simplified. And I'm quite pleased with that outcome. Yeah. Dina said, going all right. Jumping between cleaning up pages and making a stamp. Oh yeah, the stamp. I like the third one that you showed me. I think Casey already said that though, so it's fine. Are you gonna go with that one? What is the stamp for? Just to like put inside the book and stuff. Ashley, totally agree. Alex is a peach. He is. He is too good for the show. I don't understand. Laura is a queen and Georgia is the nation's sweetheart. That is so true. I was really like, I hope Alex and Georgia get together. I know it's never going to happen, but can you imagine? They would just win the show, I think. Abigail, are you going to make your own font? Yes, I think so. More or less. It might just be my handwriting. But I do like a kind of font for my slice of life comics, so I'm thinking of doing something similar to that, but more. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Really, I have no answers for you. Fiona, I love the colors and style. Thank you. What stamp? Ooh, sorry, secrets, guys. Well, Dina did mention it, so it's fine. You like that one as well, Dina. That's good. Just for sending stuff off. I need to create my own font for the cover page. Yeah, I mean, a good idea is just to, I know you probably already know this, this is for anybody listening. A good idea is to look up different fonts online and see ones that you like, and maybe you can imitate ones that you like, but add your own flair to them and things. Typography can be such a strange thing, because I remember when I first started doing graphic design, I would do my designs, we had to do stuff with typography, and obviously the brands that I was working on, they had their specific typefaces and different rules that I didn't really necessarily know. But when I first started, I didn't understand like what was wrong with something, and somebody would be like, no, that doesn't look right, the typeface looks a bit weird there, and the kerning and stuff, and I'd just be like, I can't see it, like I couldn't see what was wrong. But as I was working there over the years, I think like I got a really good understanding of typefaces and what looks good. And now if something looks a little bit off on anything, I see it really instantly. I'm like, that's really wrong. The spacing's wrong there, and you know, the different things. And just I think that's really cool, because I remember a time when I was just like, I don't understand. It looks fine. It says the words. It's fine. Have you already considered how you do the cover page? Is that a question for Dina or for me? Because she was talking about the cover page. I'm gonna answer it anyway because this is my live stream and I'm gonna. I'm joking. No, I haven't. But maybe that's a question for Dina. If you didn't decide on markers and pencils for comic, would you have explored watercolor as an option? Yeah, I definitely was thinking of watercolors as well because I don't know, I really like watercolors. Obviously, I do a lot of watercolor stuff on my channel, and I was like, maybe I should do watercolors, but I think I don't know, I just preferred this. But obviously, as you said, if I didn't do this, then yeah, I probably would have done watercolors, to be honest. And I'm not really sure why I didn't explore that a little bit more, because maybe it would have been nice. It would have taken less time to colour, I think. Oh, for me. The question was for me, hooray. How do I draw noses? Oh my gosh, I honestly don't know, because noses are something that I have such trouble with. But I think if I go for like a certain type of nose on a character, then I'm like, that's the nose. We're done. That's his nose. I'm done with it. I hate drawing noses, honestly. I like mouths. I like eyes. Welcome to the live stream where Steph just lists off body parts. Yeah, but noses are hard. I think you just need to study, like, doing portraits of people and life drawing, and obviously it's not that relevant here because her nose is just a triangle, but you could look at the way other people draw. If you struggle with it, you can look at the way people draw noses, like different cartoons that you like. Look at the ones that you like, try and imitate them. Obviously, privately, don't be like, this is my work, but you learn stuff if you study other people's work. Definitely. Especially if it's something you like, then you can explore that. I'm going on about this question now. Somebody say something about Love Island again, because that was my jam. Oh, I already answered it. Damn. Damn. Does anybody else watch Love Island, or is it literally just me and Ashley? Because that's awkward if that's the case. Okay, I think that's like the style I want, so I'm gonna go ahead and start doing it on the real one. So what you just saw, you're gonna see it all over again, guys, but real this time. Dina, oh, I'm in voice chat if you want. The thing is, I don't know how to do it so I don't hear you twice, if that makes sense. Because I haven't sorted that out yet, otherwise I would put you on voice chat. I'm sorry. Maybe you can show me how to figure that out later. If that makes sense. I don't know if I explained that very well. Because if I have you on the phone, then maybe people hear it twice on the live stream, something like that. I can't remember. It was an issue last time and I couldn't figure it out. So it scared me, and I'm scared of doing live streams, so. George Williams. Hey, I just want to say watching you work through the process of the comic is super inspiring. I'm currently working on my own comic too, and it's neat. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. If you want, you can like at me at me on Instagram, or if you have your work up anywhere, I'd like to see it, because that really like spurs me on if other people are doing the same sort of thing. Actually, I'm happy to keep talking about Love Island. Do you think Jack and Danny will last outside the villa? Yeah, they're like meant to be. It's like watching a real life rom-com. Have you grown up in Gibraltar or did you move? I moved, so I'm an army brat and my dad has had jobs around the world. And we moved to Gibraltar and he decided that he wanted to stay, and he became a protocol officer, which is like he retired and then he got another job in the army, which is protocol officer, which was like arranging royal visits and like weird stuff like that, and parades and things and guest lists and stuff like that. And then he retired for real at the age of 70. I can't remember if this pen is messed. 70, like last year. And so, well, we basically just stayed for 10 years. So we've all, we've all put down roots here. Oh, Dina. Oh, that's fine. I usually would just put it on my phone or computer. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like separate from the phone. Yeah, but I don't know how to do it so that they would hear you. I don't know if I'm making any sense. My brain kind of fries on that in that situation. Also, I don't have a spare phone because I'm filming from my phone, and I have my iPad here so I can look at the comments, but I have it muted, obviously, so you don't hear me twice. And then I have Spotify on the PlayStation over there. Maybe next time though, because I do want to chat to you on here, which would be nice. I just need to figure it out. All this technology stuff scares me, as you can tell by the portrait fiasco that we had earlier, where I couldn't even get my phone to film right. Yeah, please show me. Meshania? I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Is that how you say it, Meshania? Throughout the process of making your comic, is there any advice or tips you would have for others, especially about style and color schemes? Ooh, well, I think like my videos probably address like a lot of problems that I might have had. I think the main problem for me, well, this comic was just intimidation, but I'm trying to just push through it. Just get one panel done at a time. Don't look at the project as a whole. Look at it as like, oh, I'll do one page and then, oh, I can do another page. It's very difficult not to feel like intimidated by it. I hope that makes sense. And I think also, like, my main takeaway from this would be definitely get all. I mean, I've learned this lesson so many times, but definitely get all your pre. The heck do I mean? Pre-designing stages down, like, to a T. So make sure you've done every step before this final step as well as you can, because it all helps to create the final thing. I don't know if that made any sense. I'm not very coherent. Time for a coffee sip. Ashley, I hope so. They're the only drama-free couple. Did you hear Danny Dyer is going to the villa to talk to them soon? That would be hilarious. Is he? That would be so funny. Did you see that clip where he's in this newsroom, but it's live, and it's Danny Dyer, and he's talking about Brexit, and he's like, oh, I can't remember what he's saying, but he's just like swearing about it, and it's so funny because it's so awkward. You see like the newscast people being like, anyway, moving on, and Jeremy Corbyn's just randomly there, sitting there, just looking at him like, yes, I agree. It's really funny. I hope I answered your question okay, Mishanya. Sorry if horrible word. Horrible pronunciation is what I was saying. Did I go to art school or am I self-taught? I went to university for a long time. Too long, really. So I did a foundation course because I wanted to do an animation course, and then I got rejected from that because I didn't have enough life studies, which was fair enough because in my portfolio, because where I came from, I had never, no one ever, it sounds a bit of an excuse for myself, but no one ever told me about life drawing and stuff. I just didn't hear about it. I blame my art teachers, but obviously, like, if I was really into art, I would have found that stuff out myself. But yeah, I didn't get in the first time, so I went and I did a foundation course from the same university, which was probably like the best year ever, because the foundation course in the UK was just art. You just do different art things for a year. So you do graphic design for like a week, fine art, you know, different subjects, illustration, animation. And I knew I wanted to do animation, but then I was a bit torn between that and graphic design and illustration at the time, because you choose which one you want to go into, and then you can reapply for the course that you want, like the full 3-year course. So I did that, and then I got into the animation course, which I was over the moon about. And those, I did 3 years of traditional animation, which I absolutely loved. I was rubbish at animation, but I absolutely loved it, and I loved the people on the course. Honestly, they're like my friends for life type thing. So if I was to do it all over again, I probably would, just because of them. But yeah, I did that, and then I decided, oh my gosh, I haven't had enough schooling, so I did a master's in animation, solely because I think the lecturer who's taught the course, he was just basically amazing. He was just the way he would speak to you, you feel like, yes, I can be somebody. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well, but he was like a mentor in a storybook, like a fantasy book. And I was like, I want to do that course because he makes it sound amazing. And I did it, and I did my graphic novel for a year, which honestly it was amazing. But I think at the time I was just so stressed out because I was trying to find a part-time job at the same time, because my parents, they paid for my degree course, but they didn't pay for my master's. So I was like trying to find a job, and I couldn't find one, and it was all very stressful time. So I felt really like crappy at the time. But I'm really glad I did it because I had a year to do my graphic novel. Well, not a year, because the first like term you do different courses that he sets up for you. But then after that I had like I don't know, like 6 months to just work on comics, and I think that was a breakthrough for me, because I was like, this is what I want to do. I don't want to do animation. I want to tell stories. I want to write, and I want to do comics and just express myself that way. Like, I always think that I just want to tell stories. That's my main goal in life. That's what I enjoy doing. So it doesn't really matter what format, but I really like comics because I like drawing and I like writing. So it makes sense, right? Sorry, that was a story of my life right there. You can just refer to me as Shan if it's easier. It is easier. My brain can handle that a little bit better. I'm so sad that I need to go. It's my last day in Andalusia, and my parents want me to go out on the beach. Go to the beach. Enjoy the beach. I'll see you next time. I'll keep this up so you can have a look at it if you want to. I don't know. It's probably nicer to just sit and chat with somebody though than to watch a live stream later. Dina, we are very similar in that sense. I think I've come to the same conclusion. I want to tell stories. Yeah, definitely. You can get lost in it as well. I think that's the fun of it. Whereabouts in Andalusia are you, GB? It's me. Are you near me? This is such a chill stream. Yeah, I hope so. I'm pretty chill now. I think I was pretty panicky when I first started because obviously everything was going wrong, and I was like, why is this happening? I just want to chill with you guys. I've actually been looking forward to this stream all week because I just like it. Just sitting here chatting with you. And I think it's going to replace like Friday videos, just doing, maybe doing a stream in the morning. And yeah, I want to do more different stuff to just my horror comic videos again, like do challenges and stuff. Oh, you were in Gibraltar yesterday. Oh, are you the person who was messaging me on Instagram? Because your names are different, so maybe you're not. You're currently in Estepona. Estepona's nice. Go to the beach. It's very nice. It's a very hot day as well. Oh, sorry, Fiona. I am 29. I'm going to be 30 in September, which is like, it's always been such a milestone age, so I'm a bit like, yeah. You know, had a few not meltdowns but panics. Ah, yes. I thought you were the same person. GB time. Because that makes sense. I mean, it wouldn't be two people saying they were in Gibraltar. Cool. No, that's cool. I'm glad that you're watching my stream. But obviously, if you have to go, that makes sense too, because you're on holiday. Oh, I didn't colour that in properly. Good job. Good job, Steph. Do more comments. We love watching the process. Yeah. I do want to, like, after this, I think I want to finish this quite relatively soon, because I always said I'm going to give myself a month, and I think it's just a project that I want to see myself complete. So if I finish it soon, I can start on maybe a bigger project. Oh, I did that wrong. Which would be fun. But yeah, I like doing other videos as well, like challenge videos and stuff. I know it doesn't get as many views, but I like editing that kind of stuff. And I feel like, I don't know, it's just fun. And some people like it, right? Same as my boyfriend, he is also freaking out. Oh, like he wants to tell stories as well, do you mean, Dina? Is your Dina? Is your Dina? Is your boyfriend an artist as well? Because you said that you studied in the same place, so maybe you are. I made the YouTube name when I was 10. Oh, right. Can you not change your YouTube name? I thought you could, maybe you can't. I enjoy your other videos a lot too. Thank you. That's nice to hear. A lot of people just come for the horror comic. They want to get spooked. I was planning to do a comic related channel also, but I'm so scared. It's scary. I was terrified to do these streams, but you know, once you kind of dive in, it's alright. It's not as bad as you think. Oh. Oh, he is an artist, but he's about the age as well, the same age, isn't he? Yeah, it's weird because you're always like, whatever, it's fine, and then it starts approaching, and you're like, why am I like more all these things that I thought I was gonna be by this age? And because I remember when I was like 15 or something, I knew I wanted to write stories, or at the time I was just into writing a lot. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have my books published by the time that I'm 30, just like J.K. Rowling and all this like silliness. But now I'm like, oh, why haven't I? It's just stupid, isn't it? As well, I always like to think of it as a lot of people don't make it to 30, so I should be appreciating that I'm 30, not, you know, this is silly. Would I ever do the sketchbook slam challenge? You know, I actually looked into buying a sketchbook for it, but then I don't know, I think it would just consume all my time, and I don't know if I would learn that much from it. I mean, because it's so much, I think you're just basically like scribbling at some points on the page, but it would be cool to do it, I think. 600 pages, so intimidating though, isn't it? I guess that's the point, but yeah. Dino, gosh, I need to understand what goes through your head when you're 30 because I can't understand him when he is stressed about it. Maybe in 7 years you will understand. Trust me, I was the same as you. I was like, whatever, like it's just a number, and then it starts approaching, and you're like, what? What? Because I think there's so much, like the media puts so much emphasis on it. Maybe it gets you. I don't know. I know it's silly. We know it's silly, but let us have our panic, okay, Dina? You don't understand. Give it 7 years. I don't think it's silliness, but I think it's just that we don't have realistic expectations when we're 15, 18. Yeah, that's true. We all think we're gonna rule the world, don't we, when we're younger? Which is fine. You can have hopes and dreams, guys. Ooh, I want to make a sketchbook challenge, but with watercolor studies. That would be cool. That would take ages, though. Not ages, because obviously you only have a month to do it, but that would be hard, like a lot of work, right? You work quite fast, though, don't you, Dina? I think. Maybe not. Space out. Oh my god, you look so much younger. Thank you very much. I'm glad that I don't look old, I guess. Somebody else is going to be like, no way, she looks 40. Oh, not 300 pages. Right, yeah. No, I would die as well. Yeah, that would be awful. Did my music stop? No, it's fine. The 300 pages, I think that's just so much work. It's crazy. I have so much respect for people who do that. And obviously it's really interesting, it makes a really interesting YouTube video to watch. But then it's just so much work, isn't it? And I was like thinking, do you actually learn, like I would make it specifically that I would focus on stuff that I need to learn about. So if I did the sketchbook slam challenge, I'd be like, I have to draw more men, I have to draw more interiors, you know? I'd go out of my comfort zone even more if I did it. Yeah, because watercolor can't just be jotted down like ink and stuff. I think it can. I think you can. It depends like your approach to it. Obviously, if you're doing like a very careful painting of a landscape or something, then or a portrait or something, then obviously not. But I do think it depends on your approach. Hello, Bart and Trix. It does make sense to me. Dina, I honestly thought you were my age all this time. Hilarious. I am your age. Shush. I'm young. I will steal your essence. I'm pretty sure I've told you my age before and you were like, wow. And I was like, oh, she thinks I'm an old woman now because she's so young and free, living her best life. I still am in your head, good, because I think age is just a number, you know, as well. I'm pretty immature, so immature, like you're immature or something. I did not mean that. Mess that tile up a bit. I think my approach here to this colouring is to just be a bit hackdash, and that is the scientific term, thank you very much, about it, because I think it adds like a little bit of something to it. So if I make the line work quite rigid and then the colouring is like a bit over the place, then it makes a nice style, I think. Dina, I just forget. Yeah. I forget too. I'm 18. I'm 18 years old. I'm not going to be 30 in September. Guys, quarter life crisis. Also, I didn't know that you could have a quarter life crisis until I got to that age. And I was like, what am I doing with my life? Am I doing the right thing? So stupid. Hopefully your boyfriend gets as freaked out as me. So I'm not alone. And sounding like an idiot. Same for my boyfriend. I forget he has 7 more years life experience and tells me I'm too naive and gullible sometimes. Yeah, like, you're not. Like, I'm not saying you are, but I remember when I was probably like 18, I thought I knew everything. I was like, yeah, I know so much. I'm like a grown adult now, living by herself. Don't know what that voice is. That was me because I hate past me. She's all the problems that I have now is because of her. She sucks. But yeah. Um, and yeah, like every couple of years, I was like, now I know everything. Now I'm an adult. Now I know. And I just think like the older you get, the more you realize that you don't know very much. And it's just like you realize, and also you don't even think you're kind of this age, because I feel like I blinked and now I'm nearly 30, and it's just I was like 18 not like a few months ago in my head. It's just so strange. It just happens. Time's going faster and faster, guys. Hold on to your memories of, after that depressing talk. I am, though. I'm very optimistic. Dina, don't lose that optimism. That is a good trait. Don't don't stamp that out. That's good. There's nothing wrong with being optimistic. I mean, obviously, don't don't let people walk all over you. I don't think you do, so that's fine. Your birthday is in September too, Kitty. That's cool. Mine is the 18th of September. Are we birthday twins? That would be cool. Cal, this is terrifying me to get older now. Nah, it's fine. I think as well you have so much wisdom, guys, so it helps. So much wisdom to go with your age. I think you could also have wisdom at different ages. Like, probably there's an 18-year-old in the world who's much wiser than me. Super close, the 16th. Oh my gosh. We could have been birthday twins, but we're not. Damn. Yeah, I don't know why I'm having this existential crisis chat here about birthdays. Like I said, we're lucky to make it to this age because lots of people don't. So here's to another 30 years, eh, guys? I now wisdom, not gonna lie. I have now wisdom. Oh, I have no wisdom. Okay, well, maybe you do. It thinking you don't have wisdom is wisdom in itself, though, because you realize that you know nothing, which most of us do. We know nothing. We think we know. Like when you're younger, you think you know everything. So I think it's wisdom in itself to be like, I don't know a lot. I need to learn, and that's something that a lot of people can't do. Yes, very physiological. Physiological. Just got an itch on my leg. That was a really good shot, wasn't it? I'm turning 23 next week, and I still feel like I'm 13. Yeah, it's so strange as well that this is getting really deep now, guys, but I feel like I've just become like a totally different person as well from when I was, because I look at my life in sections, like when I was a kid, when I was in high school, when I was in university, and now, and I feel like all those times I was just such a different person. Like, obviously there's still those core values of myself, but I feel like I look at my younger self who was at uni and I'm just like, ugh, you were the worst. I don't think I would be friends with me. I wasn't a nasty person, I was just stupid, I guess. I don't know if that's too harsh. Harsh selfie. Is this the colour I use for that? Self-harsh, you guys. I probably would have. I wasn't a horrible person, I was very naive. And I just thought good things would just happen as well. Like, you just expect good things to happen to you when, no, you should go out and work for it, kind of thing. Do you know, I was such a brat when I was 16. I do not blame my sisters for being annoyed with me. Yeah. I mean, like, we can all look back at ourselves now that we we know more and be like, you were dumb at that age. Hindsight is a wonderful thing, hey? I think as long as we just keep learning, it helps. So just constantly learn and improve yourself if you can. If you're not already perfect. Relatable. I'm the youngest of 3 sisters and 1 brother, so yeah. I think I got away with a lot because I was the youngest though. Like my sister who's older than me, but like would be the youngest if I wasn't born. I think she got a lot of like stick because I was the cute one, you know, and she was just like the annoying one. And then my 2 elder sisters and my brother, they all went to boarding school, and me and my sister didn't because we were younger. And at the time we lived in South Africa, so it made sense for them to go to boarding school so they wouldn't be moving around different schools. And yeah, so I don't know why I said that. I don't know what my point was. So it was just me and her a lot of the time. And we hated each other for, well, I really liked her. She was my older sister and she was super cool. And then I would just be like, let me hang out with you. And she's like, go away. And now we hang out because obviously we're adults, so it makes sense that we would hang out. Yeah, that is a lot of siblings. I know. I come from a big family. That's why I find Ron so relatable in Harry Potter. I feel like I am. If I was a Harry Potter character, I'd be Ron. He shares a lot of my characteristics. Laziness, for instance. Who would you be from the Harry Potter universe? Definitely not the hero. Or the smart girl. I'd be the lazy dumb one with a lot of siblings. Same, there's 6 of us. Wow, okay, that's more. You win. Fine. It's nice though, it's quite fun having a big family, especially at Christmas time. Now I have 5 nieces. No boys. And yeah, I like it. I have no children, obviously, but yeah. So all have children. I feel like I want to get another coffee or something because I'm a bit like tired today. I couldn't sleep last night because it's super hot here. And last night, for some reason, it was just mega hot, and my cat Gigi, and he's a very fluffy cat, so I think he must be boiling, but he keeps, whenever we go to sleep, he just comes into the room and starts scratching on stuff to wake us up, and I don't understand why he does it, because I'm like, you have food, you have water, and then I give him affection, and he likes that, but he won't come up to me for affection, he'll, like, start scratching on stuff, so I have to go and pick him up, and then, like, stroke him and stuff. I think he has, like, anxiety. I think he actually has, like, a proper issue, so I might need to maybe take him to the vet or something about it, because it was only recently that I thought, like, hey, cats can have anxiety and stuff, which sounds a bit silly, but they can, and you can, I think I might get, like, some plugins or something to make him calmer, but I also don't know if he's just doing it because he wants to wake us up, because he's like, you can't sleep. So it's either that he has a problem or he's an asshole. I'm the only child, wow. I also, yeah, I can be envious of that sometimes, because sometimes it's just like so annoying. Yeah. No one's house is big enough for everyone, yeah. Luckily, my parents' house is quite big, but I always seem to get, like, the sofa if I stay over and everyone's staying over. Like, everyone else gets a room and I get the sofa. And then I'm like, I live like 20 minutes away from my parents. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go home, everyone else can stay. So I'm always the person who just opts out to not be there, which is kind of sucky. But I'm the youngest, so I'm used to that thing of just being like, no, it's fine, I'll get the crappy bed and stuff like that whenever we travel on holidays and stuff. I think now that I'm more of an adult, they're kind of leewaying and let me have like some good, you know, if we go on holiday together, we get like a big house together or something. I would always get like the sofa bed or something crappy, but now they're like, oh, you can have a nice room because I'm an adult. So, but still, when it comes to my parents' house, I'm still the person who's like, I won't stay, it's fine. Yes, I'm one of 7, and Christmas is my favourite when everyone comes home with their significant others and we can all drink loads of wine and play Uno. That is hashtag relatable. We play, what do we play? We play board games as well, and they're always hilarious. Like, especially if my dad plays, because he's so funny. We played like Name This Tune, and we had to have like these kazoo things where you like blow into it and it makes like a sound, and you have to like hum a tune with it, and your partner has to guess it. And I was partnered with my dad, and I think I just had like this really generic Christmas song, and he started like humming it with me and like singing it. So I was like, yes, that's it. And he's just like, I don't know what you're doing. And I was like, no, you've got it, you've got the song. It's very funny. I just remember that memory. I think I'll always remember that because it was so frustrating. I was like, you were just humming it, how have you forgotten it? Oh, something else I wanted to mention, um, not putting anyone on the spot, but in my other video I mentioned a few times, I'm sorry if I mentioned it too much, and now I'm mentioning it again, but I updated my Patreon, and I was like hoping that maybe somebody would give me some feedback on the rewards or like stuff, but I guess it's a bit awkward because if you say like, oh, I've been to your page but I don't want the rewards, maybe that's like putting people off, but honestly I don't mind because like, there's no pressure there. Like, I totally get it, like why some people don't want that kind of thing, but maybe if you could just look and be like, yeah, it would be something I would be interested in if I wanted it. That doesn't make sense, does it? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I put this page up blank on there for free, and I was like, oh, maybe people could download it and colour it if they wanted to, just for fun. So that's on there if you guys want to take that. It's free, so you don't need to pay anything or anything like that. And you don't even need to tell me that you did it. Just I thought it'd be fun thing to add. I'm gonna do an update on there later today. I need to make it like a primary objective type thing to update that more prominently. Gonna do maybe some private videos on there, or maybe like private live streams, but I think like if I did live streams on there, I'd have like one person talking to me, which would be a bit awkward maybe. Oh, my hair got caught in this marker. Cal, I think the rewards are cool. I'd donate if I had any money. Oh, thank you very much. Don't worry about it, but it's cool to know that you think the rewards are cool, because I was like, oh, everyone's just gonna think this is lame, like why am I doing this? Because before I would set it up to be part of my Slice of Life comics. I go on about this, but I did it for a year and a half where I drew a Slice of Life comic every day, 5 days a week, and I would put them up on Patreon and people would have access to that. So that was my past reward scheme. So it was quite scary changing it because I had like a few people who obviously had joined to get that reward of the Slice of Life comic. So changing it up was like, they're gonna leave now because they don't want this other stuff. But yeah, I've been going on about this too much anyway in my video before, if you guys have seen that. Just having a little rant about it. I guess it's because it's like my life, so at this time that is what's on my mind. What is everybody else up to today? Yeah, I have a wish list for all the people I want to support on Patreon. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I support like a lot of people, probably like 7, like some of my friends and stuff, because I like their stuff as well, obviously. But yeah, I obviously like it's money at the end of the day, isn't it? So it's hard to do for everyone. Because I think if I was earning more, I'd just be like, yeah, I support Lucy. I would just go a bit crazy. Sarah, I'm meant to be working. Oosh. What do you do? What's your job? Drawing in my Hobonichi journal. I've never heard of that brand. I probably absolutely said that stupidly. I'm drawing too before I play some games. Oh, that's cool. Are you in Australia? I can't remember. I think I mentioned Patreon and like loads of people left. Well, not loads, like 4 people maybe. It's just like, yeah, okay, fine, fine. I will never mention it again, even though I need to. Something really cool that happened the other day is I got monetized on YouTube, which was like, obviously I'm not going to be earning any big bucks anytime soon. Big bucks, lol. Um, but it's just nice to know that I'm going in the right direction, because I think that's a sign that people are liking my stuff and they're watching it and things. So it was always not always a goal, but it became a goal of mine within like the last few months. So I've always been aiming for that as a goal. Not because I think like I'm gonna earn any money, because I'm probably not gonna earn any money, but it's just nice. It's a nice feeling. I'm a typist. I work from home, so I get distracted a lot. Ooh, a typist. How does that work then? Do people send you manuscripts or something and you type them up? I don't. Sorry if that sounded super ignorant. I'm not sure. Fiona, it's a Japanese daily journal in which people sketch little pics of their day. Oh, that's cool. I had a sketch a day journal before, and I really liked. I think I'm gonna do this purple, and I really enjoyed doing that. I did that for like a few months, and now I look back on it, and I remember I stopped doing it, and tried to fill it in like a few years after the fact, and then again I stopped, and then I tried to do it again. Oh no, what's happened here? Yeah, they're fun, especially to look back on. Always think that about diaries and stuff. You can see where your mind was at that time. I remember I came across a diary of mine when I was like, must have been about 14, and geez, the melodrama. I was like, my mother hates me. This is so stupid. It's called hormones. Dina, ooh, I want a journal like that. Yeah, it's fun. Oh, congrats on getting monetized, girl. Thank you. Yeah, it's a cool feeling. Though, it's not going to bring any money. And I also think like people might just get annoyed by adverts on my page if I have adverts. So I get a bit worried about that. But then my boyfriend was like, well, it's the same as everybody else's YouTube, so why would they get annoyed? I was like, I don't know, because it's me. I don't deserve it. I need to finish 2 pages today, but I have horrible concentration span. Oh, you can do it. Just set a small goal. There's a fly here now. Like a small goal. Don't be like, I need to do this. Just maybe be like, I'm going to do 1 panel, and then maybe I can do 1 more, and that kind of helps as well. Oh, Sarah says, no, not ignorant. I type up audio interviews, basically. Wow, that's exciting. That sounds like a fun job. I didn't know that. Obviously, I didn't know that was a job because I was like, what does that entail? But yeah, that sounds cool. I quite like typing, but I like typing stories, so I guess maybe listening to other people and typing is like hard work, isn't it? That sounds, yeah, that sounds tough. It has a very nice paper for watercolor. That's cool. You should get that, Dina, then for your water studies. Watercolor studies. So stupid. I'm so stupid. I shouldn't feel bad about mentioning my patron. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just don't want to do like the hard sell kind of thing to anybody because I know it's like people probably want to be a patron of mine, but it's just about money and it's hard. So I don't want to be like, yeah, you should give me that, like, you should look at my page or anything. I don't. That's just not me. So also, yeah, I don't feel like anybody should feel obliged to get like do something, be my patron because obviously unless you want to, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to. I'm going on about it again. Shut up, Steph. Okay, yeah. Tina, yeah, I like ads because I know I support the artists. That's why I don't have ad block. Yeah, same. I just let ads like run through sometimes. I'm like just sitting here like, yeah, that's fine. But I don't understand why they don't just make it so you can't skip. Because I mean, obviously, like that would be annoying because it's nice to skip them sometimes if it's like a big channel or whatever. But in television, you sit and you have to watch 5 minutes of adverts. So why can't YouTube do the same? Especially if it gives the creators more money to spend doing what they like doing. Patreon is also hard work, so it's natural to promote it. Yeah, it is. It's like a whole other side thing. Especially when you don't have many people on there, it can feel like a bit arduous because you're like, oh, I'm doing this for like 2 people, but it's fine. I think I have like quite a few now, so it's quite cool. Most of them are my friends, but there we go. Yeah, no, they probably should be skippable, but I guess I mean more of the attitude of the audience should maybe be like, oh, watch this because I guess if you're a YouTuber, it makes more you understand it more. You're like, yeah, I'll watch it because you understand all the hard work that goes into it. But I guess if you're sitting on like watching TV, you can't really skip ads. So why is it? Why should it be so different? I guess is what I'm trying to say. This has really bothered me. I think that's a bit of the black pastel that dropped, and it's just there hanging out. So maybe I need to pencil that out a bit. Where's my pencil? There it is. Didn't Fiona say the brand? It was like something. Let me go up and see. Oh, I don't know. Hob Onochi. Hob on Aichi. God, that is so terrible. Are you doing colour studies or are these the final pages? This is the final page. I did do some colour studies here. And I don't know why I didn't stick to it because I prefer that. I think I just got a bit distracted by the live stream, so I made it all dark. But I think it works. Adds a little bit of depth, maybe. I need to add more shadows here. Hobonichi. Hobonichi. Hehe. Stupid. I'm stupid, I mean, not you. Looks great so far. Thank you. Thank you very much. That is good to know. It's fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's hard work. I look at it every day like, how am I going to complete this? Like scared, but I need to do it. I like it darker better. Yeah, I think I do too. It makes more sense that it's dark, right? Because it's a horror comic and she's coming into this place, and I think like a lighthouse, even if it is refurbished, would be quite dark inside. I don't know why. In my head, that's always been what I think. I can't wait for this to be done though, because not in the sense that I want it done, like I want to finish it, just to see it all completed will be really, really fun. I think it's just going to be so nice to see it completed for me, because as I've said, like just finishing stuff has been hard over the past 2 years, so it's going to be cool to see it. Do I like kneadable rubbers? Funny story. When I did art in high school, obviously, for a GCSE, which is like a, um, what do I mean? It's like the exams that we take in the UK. And I did it for my GCSE, so I went to the art shop and I bought like a rubber, and it was a kneadable eraser. And I was just like, why is this putty? Like, I remember first using it, like, what is this? This is not a rubber. I'm being like really annoyed with it. And then only recently I started using them because I was like, oh, it makes the ink like not rub out so much, which is good when you ink something and then the pencils are underneath. So if you use a kneadable eraser over the top, it kind of helps not rub everything out. So yeah, I like them. When I was younger, there was a lot of confusion around them because I didn't understand. What were they? I'm going to try and answer everybody's comments on the channel now today because I've left it a long time and I keep being like, oh, I want to answer that person and just kind of forgetting. When did I start streaming? Probably like an hour ago? I'm not sure. I'm probably going to stop streaming when my iPad dies. So that will be, it's at 30% now, so we'll see how long that lasts. Oh, 1 hour ago, yeah, that makes sense. I think next week I might just do like some random streams whilst I'm working because it's quite nice. I want to start streaming on Twitch as well, but as you can see, I've had issues. I'm not bored of you. It's just if my iPad dies, then I can't speak to anybody. And I'd just be sat here in my lonesome, which would suck. I need a better setup, to be fair. But this is the only way that I can live stream traditional stuff. Would Twitch be harder? Not necessarily. I think just because I've never done a Twitch live stream, so Firstly, I don't think there'll be anybody there because obviously I don't have an audience there, but I would like to combine Twitch and YouTube like Dina has done in the past. But I don't know how. Something I have to figure out, especially because I'm filming from my phone. I'm not filming from the computer, so I'll be there. Yay, Dina. Hopefully I'll be there chatting with you in voice chat instead of... So I can figure that out would be better, right? So is it Friday night for most people or Friday morning for most people? I'm going out later for drinks. And I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm kind of into my gin and tonics these days, which is a bit weird. A sign of my aging, I think, because I always used to think gin and tonic was so gross. Twitch has stopped allowing multi-streams. Oh, is it like, but is it only if you have something with them? I can't remember what the deal is, if you get sponsored by them or something. Because if I'm just like a small channel, I don't think they care, right? I don't know if that's the rules. I need to go find my watercolours. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not an affiliate yet. Haven't done the contract work. Oh, right, okay. Well, that's fine. Well, it's not fine. That's kind of lame, isn't it? But what can you do? It's kind of mean of them, isn't it? I mean, I understand. I guess there's a lot of legal stuff that goes into it, but still, let people make their dollar. Apparently, Twitch is more lucrative than YouTube. I don't know if that's true. But also, I don't have an audience on there, so it doesn't make sense for me to do a stream on there, I guess. Vardar Arts. Hello. Vardar. Sorry if I say your name's wrong. I'm getting a bit hungry now. It's 12:30 here. Usually eat about 1 p.m. to 2 my lunch. Getting a bit hungry, yeah. It's nice to spread yourself on different platforms though, in case one gets crazy. Yeah, that's true. Shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket, right? I'm pretty much on every other platform though, just not Twitch. Well, I am on Twitch, but I don't have like it's not like a channel, it's just my name. Also, my name on there is Steph, so I'd have to like figure out how to change that to the average so people can find me. Danny, where are you? I'm in Gibraltar. 12:30 here too, so you must be near me. Is it harder to get an audience on Twitch? I don't know, to be honest. I haven't really looked into it. I think so, genuinely, because, or it's just doing the whole process all over again, unless you can convert people from YouTube, I would assume, which is kind of a bummer because it takes so long to get an audience on YouTube. So maybe that would be it all over again, unless you have like a giant audience and you're like, hey, I'm over here. Hey, listen. Good night, goodbye everyone. Bye Shana. Shan, I can't remember what you said to call you. Here too, I thought it'd be different between Gibraltar and Italy. Oh, yeah. I guess it's on the same time zone thingy. Timeline, I don't know. People can find you on Creative Page Show. Yeah, I guess so. I guess YouTube is probably harder to find people because you have to get suggested by YouTube. But I guess you have to get suggested by Twitch as well, maybe. So it's kind of the same deal, right? Maybe it's easier, I don't know. I honestly have no idea because I haven't tried it. After this stream, I've got some Love Island to catch up with. Episode last night, apparently it was a good. I can't watch it. I can watch it live because I found like a stream that streams it, but it kind of, I was watching Coco last night with Chris, my boyfriend, and I didn't want to stop it just to like go watch Love Island because I felt a bit mean because we finally watched it and I really liked it. Oh, we finally watched In a Quiet Place as well because I was like, hey Chris, it's like Dina suggested, it's more suspense, it's more like a thriller. It's more like a monster movie, isn't it, really? So I think he was fine. My heart was racing like the whole time, though. And that is exactly what I wanted it to be, and I thought it was really cool. I really liked it. I wouldn't necessarily, like, it's horror in the sense, like, it's nasty monsters. But I would rate it more as a monster movie than, like, a horror movie, if that makes sense. Because it wasn't like horrors in the sense that it was like creepy. It was kind of like jumpy and stuff. I'm just rambling. Probably doesn't make any sense. I hope you get what I mean. Am I making this too dark now? Muggy Megan was on top form last night. Ugh, typical. She's awful. She's such an awful person. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna read all your comments now. I've just noticed the blank speech bubbles. Are you handwriting the dialogue or scanning the pages and do it digitally? I actually don't know. I'm thinking I'm leaning more to handwriting because obviously this is all like hand drawn, so it would make sense. But then there is like, probably if I find like a nice typeface, then maybe I would do it digitally. I'm probably going to scan all these pages before I start doing the typography just so I can preserve them. I'm going to take these into Photoshop anyway and fix up like small mistakes, so where there's like any black overlapping and stuff like that. You check for new channels rather often. That's quite cool. Maybe I should just join Twitch, do it, you know. I don't know how it will work with my phone setup though. My phone setup's a bit lame. I think it's easier, honestly. Do you? We're talking about live streaming on Twitch, by the way, if anyone's confused. Look at that staircase. Wow, this looks amazing. Oh, thank you so much. Exciting. So nice of you. Yeah, the staircase was quite a headache to draw, to be honest. I think I drew like 3 different copies of this before I was finally happy with it. Do you actually see the monster in A Quiet Place, or is it just sort of implied? You see the monsters, so it's not really that. And I think I didn't really like the look of the monsters so much. Like, they were quite cool. No, they were cool, but I think it would have been cooler if they were, you know how in Alien they have like the actual rubber suits and stuff. That's terrifying, but the CG kind of pulls you out of it, I think, because you know that it's CG. For me, anyway. depends on the person, doesn't it? If you like that kind of stuff, then that's fine. But I prefer it, like real stuff, I think just looks so much scarier. Would have been a bit more iconic, maybe, in the future. Hard work paid off then. Thank you. You think handwritten would look really cool? Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna try and, I was saying this before, but maybe you weren't here, but I'm gonna try and make my own typeface for it, because I've done that before with my Slice of Life comic. So yeah, probably sit down and do that at some point, like work it all out, what each letter should look like, and then go and draw it later. Oh, yeah, I really liked In a Quiet Place. I thought it was such a good film. I'm really glad I watched it, because I did want to watch it, but I was trying to convince Chris to watch it, because I think it's more fun watching that kind of stuff with someone. But he doesn't like that kind of stuff. He doesn't like horror. But you know, it was more like a monster movie, so he wasn't. It wasn't bad CG. I think it was just obviously CG, which I think pulls you out of it. That's just my opinion. Like, obviously, other people won't mind it. That's up to you. Always like the threat to be hidden. Yeah, I think like more subtle things are scarier. Like usually whenever they reveal like the big baddie in horror films, I'm always a little bit like, oh, okay, whatever. Like the fear leaves me, except for when I watched It, and that terrified me. I hate that film. I can't watch that. I don't know why. It just triggered me. Maybe an iconic one you can use for multiple comics. Yeah, maybe. Like if I wanted to do that, then I would just use my Slice of Life comic typography though. So I guess I want to do it a little bit different because it is a horror comic, so I wanted it to reflect the style around it. My pro markers are running out of it. This is gonna be tragic, guys. Look at them, they're all running out. You know what? I've never seen The Blair Witch. No, that's too dark. Which is quite strange because I remember it came out when I was really young. Not really young, but quite young. Too young to watch it. So I never watched it. I think I should have watched it by now, seeing as I like horror. I don't know. Blair Witch had you shook the first time you watched it. Yeah, no, because if you remember all the I remember the marketing they had around it, that it was a real story, and they found like this footage in the woods. Do you remember that? And it was like on the news and stuff. And then it came out that it was just a film. But you know, when you're a little kid, that I was like, oh, that is like I was terrified. That scared me. I just thought like, what? Obviously, everybody else, like adults at the time, knew it was fake. But as a kid, you were like, no, but maybe it's still real. And like, that was such a nasty way to market that, because it terrified my young brain. So I think that's why I never watched it, because I was scared. And I remember, you know, you didn't even watch it and I was scared because I thought it was real, because they marketed it as that. Does anybody else remember that? I don't know. Yeah, that was extra. Cool, yeah. Fiona, I can't watch any horror movies. I get terrified and they never leave me. Plus, I don't enjoy being scared. Yeah, no, fair enough. Like, I like being scared in the sense that it's like an adrenaline rush, and it's. I always think that horror is such a great genre in the sense that you can feel real fear for the characters, whereas in a lot of other genres you don't really feel that, like suspense and stuff. And I think it's exciting and it keeps you on the edge of your seat, kind of thing. And if it's done well, if it's bad horror, then it's just like, okay, they're all gonna die in the end, aren't they? That's what's gonna happen, right? So just there's certain aspects to horror that can be really good, and I think like the sick fascination just makes it more interesting. I'm not sure. Have I seen Hush? Yeah, that was a cool film. I remember like I had some friends come over and we watched that all together. Hush is basically like she's a deaf mute, right? Is that PC? Can you say mute? Is that alright? I can't remember if that's okay. Oh god, I hope I haven't said something bad. Yeah, she can't talk and she's deaf, and then there's this murderer like walking around her house, and she can't hear him, or is it she can't see as well? I can't remember if that is that. She either can't see or she can't hear. Good explanation of this movie, right, guys? Anyway, it's just quite exciting. That was a thriller for sure, because that's about murderers and stuff. And she can't see him or something. I can't remember. She can see him. I can't remember. Yeah, she's a deaf mute. It's very good. I like that movie. There's a film like that where the person can't see the intruder, though, but I can't remember the name. I don't know. Yeah, there's probably a few films out there like that. Have you seen... what's it called? Housebound. That was on my Netflix anyway. I don't know if it's on your Netflix, but that was great. It's a New Zealand film, and it was so good. I really enjoyed that, and it's like horror thriller. It's really good. I recommend that to everyone because I've seen it like a few times, and I remember watching it being like by myself, watching it being like, this is amazing, and then showing it to my best friend, and then showing it to my sister, but like watching it with them again because it was so good. Got that right amount of suspense and scariness, but also like a really good story. We're at 19% on the old iPad, guys. It's been a while since 30 though, so probably got a while left on the stream. See here, I made this mark. I'm probably going to have to do something about it in Photoshop, but I did the staircase like that way, and I realised that doesn't make sense because it's supposed to be like curving round the lighthouse. So I had to rub that out and then draw it, and I had already drawn all this, so I was like, I just have to do something in Photoshop about that. But maybe it doesn't look so bad, maybe I can go over it with some stuff here. Happy little accidents, right guys? feel like you're missing out on so much by not liking scary things. No, that's fine. Like, you're not missing out. It's just you don't like it, so if you liked it, then you'd be missing out, right? You're not missing out. You don't like it. It's fine. I think like horror films and stuff used to scare me when I was young, when I was a kid. And then one day I was just like, but they're just films, they're just make believe. So it really like that would be something that I would always say when I was watching it. I'd just be like, no, it's not real. And if I ever got scared, I would just like look away from the TV and look at the wall and just be like, this is real life, not what I'm seeing in the film. It's just a story. So I think that really helped me overcome like fear of horror stuff. If that could help you ever. If you don't like it, then don't force yourself to like get into horror stuff. I know my sister, she used to hate horror films, and then suddenly she just went through a phase like last year of just watching horror and just being like fine with it and enjoying it. So you never know, you might enjoy it one day. Yes, Bob Ross, come through. Opinions on watercolor and pencil together. Yeah, that's fine. Why not? You can do whatever you please. That's the joy of art, right? You can just do what you want to do, experiment. I'm so glad this stream worked out, because I remember as I was starting it up, it was in portrait mode, kept happening, and I kept having to restart the stream, and I was just so like, it was such a horrible feeling. It felt like I was being pushed on stage or something, and everything was like I didn't know any of the lines. So I'm really glad that it worked out, because I'm really enjoying this live stream with you guys. But the point is that it might be real, otherwise it doesn't do anything for you. What do you mean? I don't understand. Sorry, I don't understand. It's not real, it's a film. Like me, I'm making this horror comic. It's not real, I've made it, it's a story. You know? I mean, like, obviously if stuff scares you, or if you don't like stuff like that, that's fine. Like, I don't know why I'm going on about it. I just think because I was trying to understand your comment. Half-Light with Demi Moore, that is a movie with a lighthouse and a ghost. What? I have to watch that. I hope I haven't, like, ripped that off somehow. There's always that fear. I remember my friend had, like, really bad anxiety about this, because she did a story about, like, orcs and stuff in the real world. Like, that was her comic. And then that movie Bright came out when that was, like, the premise as well, and she just felt really awful. And it's like, obviously, like, it's scary because you don't know that might happen, that you come up with a similar idea and everybody thinks you copied it or something. But I also think like everything is original in its own sense, like, because you've created it. Like, I also think nothing's original, because I think stories are just, there's so many formulas to stories, so the way that you tell them could be so similar to something else, or the same kind of aspects. Because if you think about it, Harry Potter is not an original concept either. There was the worst witch before that, which, you know, she is about a wizarding school in the UK and stuff. So, but it's like nobody would be like, oh, that's a copy of that, because it's a different story. It's a different person doing it. It's a different take. So, there you go. I don't know why I said all that. Why did I say that? Oh, because Half-Light is a lighthouse with a ghost, which is scary. It's an old movie, but is it like scary? Or was it like a nice ghost? A nice ghost. I'm glad I wasn't at work once while someone was streaming. Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it too. Strange Space Owl. Yeah, I had an idea for a comic similar to Adventure Time, and then Time came out and I was devastated. Oh, you totally should have just gone with it though, because whatever you were going to do is whatever you were going to do would have been different to what they've done anyway. I think, you know, like nothing's original for sure. Like all stories come from stories of the past, like Tolkien, like J.R.R. Tolkien's all his mythology that he's made up, other people have taken and made stories out of. So you know, like nothing's original. At this point, we've all seen the same story over and over, but it's different because it's done by different people. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Or romantic and nostalgia. I watched it a long time ago. Okay, I'll check that out. Do you know the name of it, or is it something you watched so long ago that the name has escaped you? What you up to, Dina? Working on the old stamp? That's right, Dina, calling you out. Where are you? Joking. I had an idea similar to yours, so I was worried when you first got started to do it, but it turns out they're super different. Yeah, of course they're going to be different. Like unless somebody, you know, unless I sent you my script and you were like, yep, doing exactly the same, just changing the names, then it's going to be different. Even then, like you drawing the, like you probably wouldn't have come, like even if I gave you my script or something, you probably wouldn't have come to the same outcome as I have come. So everything is different. Yeah. Yeah, just still here working. Don't call me out. No. You're forcing me to be creative, okay? That's good. I mean, I'm pretty sure you were working anyway. Like, don't. You work hard. I just refilled this pen with ink, and I think I just squeezed it all out. So I might need to do a little quick refill of this pen before I start using it again. This music's kind of all blurring into one, isn't it? I wish I could sit here and listen to whatever music I wanted to. I think that's something you can do on Twitch, right? You can listen to whatever music and it's fine. Not sure if I've made that fact up. I'm pretty sure people have done that. Yes, that's what I do on Twitch, but I ended up singing along. Yeah, that would be the case for me, because I'm even humming along to this and I don't even know it. I'm like, which is a bit silly. Silliness. Just a bit silliness, really. But when you can't save the video files to watch due to copyright, yeah. So I'll save this for people to watch, but yeah, you can't play music. I mean, you could do it live, but you can't save it because obviously it would get a copyright strike type thing. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's more due to monetization. I don't think you get in trouble, but I think you do get in trouble if it's like bigger artists. Like say if you're playing Rihanna or something, they'd be like, no, you need to take this video down. Pretty sure that's the case. You made sense, kitty. I want this to be darker, so I'm gonna scribble this. I've got 10% left on the iPad, guys. So I'm probably gonna go in a bit. I know I could just plug it into charge, but my setup is so appalling. Okay, there's like a thing here. Once the iPad dies, I'm just gonna say bye, and I won't be able to read your comments, so sorry if I don't respond as you say something. It's at 10% now. I could just plug it in. I might just plug it in so I don't have to go by its schedule, its own personal schedule over here. I'm interested, is it the same people who've been watching for like the whole thing, or have people come and gone? Because if you've been here the whole time, that's dedication. You should plug it in. Yeah, maybe I should. But I have to take the plug out of my iPhone, which is filming, and I know that that would cause disasters. It would probably just run out of batteries super quick. Because my phone is a piece of poop. It's old, and it doesn't like being alive. It likes running out of battery quite often. One day, guys, I might have a good setup. But today is not that day. I arrived a little while ago. Hey, Brooke. I don't know why I said hey to you. I've already probably said hi. I do have 2 chargers, but the setup is so that I've got stuff plugged into this plug here. So the PlayStation that's playing the music on the TV, those are plugged in. So I'd have to, like, there's no other plugs around. I know it sounds like really stupid, but that is my setup at the moment. I'm nearly done with this page though, so I guess that would be a good time to call it a day, and then see you guys next week for another live stream. Because I'm pretty hungry as well. Get some lunch. Don't know why, I'm just very hungry today. You see, I just refilled this, so I'm gonna have to refill that again. Probably didn't refill it enough the first time, but whatever. This is kind of the same colour, just a little bit darker. Just ditch the music. No, I think I'm gonna go because like I'm pretty not now, but soon. Because we finished this page basically, and I'm pretty hungry, so I might grab some lunch. Always leave them wanting more, eh? I'm loving how it's looking with the markers. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really enjoying like sort of experimenting with them as well and doing different marks and stuff. Like weird marks that probably just wouldn't naturally occur. Oops, don't know why I did this. I don't know why I did this. Why did I do this? I can fix it, but still. This is kind of my favorite shadow color for Copics. It's called Mauve Shadow, and I bought a refill of this particular one because I really like it for shadows. I know it's called Mauve Shadow, so but I just think it just works so well. Oops. I think it really helps not being so precious about the work as well. I always say as well, it just gives it a little something, like a bit of an edge to it, that I'm just being a bit more expressive with it. Might try horror after all, at least this comic. Yeah, this comic isn't going to be so scary. I think it's going to be fine. Like, I think it's going to be a little bit creepy, but I don't think it's going to be so bad. So this is the finished page. I'll just see if I can show you it a little bit closer. Yeah, it's got some type here, but basically she's saying here, oof, it's a long way up, and then he's just going to do ellipses, like ... here, because he doesn't answer her, because he's a bit of a poop. But yeah, that's the final page, and I think I'm going to call it for the live stream. So thank you so much for everybody who tuned in and commented and stuff. It really helps spur me on, and I really enjoy chatting to you guys, and I'll probably do another chill stream next week. Hopefully I won't have the same issues that I had this time. But yeah, that's the style. Hope you enjoyed watching. Bye guys. Bye. See you next week, hopefully.